Hi, so this is Ashalash.
I'm Leah.
Yes, so we haven't had lots of videos up for a while, but we are getting back into it now. But just for like...
Because she was on holiday, and yeah, I wasn't with her.
But for this video we thought we would like calm it down a little bit. And we're doing something that we do really find like touching and some things we can relate to. So this isn't really a funny video, but this is more like an awareness kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like bullying, racism, and just
homophobia.
Yeah, generally stuff in that area.
Yeah, so
approximately 16,000 teens skip school every day because of bullying.
1 in 10 people drop out of school because of repeated bullying.
By the age of 14 or less, 30% of boys and 40% of girls will take to their peers about bullying.
People can get bullied every single day.
1 in 5 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying, and will only intervene 4% of the time.
Bullying is the main cause of suicide.
Over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying each year.
So this part we're going to be like sharing some things that have happened, and if you could relate to us, and if you can relate to us, then please put it in the comments and we'll try and help. You.
Can't you stop? Well, it's all started. Well, I got bullied when I came into the school I am in now. I was never really bullied in my primary school. I was always the tough one. Yeah, I was the tomboy who hanged out with all the boys and like kind of picked on the girls. But when I moved into,
she was a bully herself. Sorry.
No, when I moved into this school, I had no friends because they were all in different forms from me. So I was all alone. I mean, the people that I was with, I didn't really like. And then I met my one mate. Did I mention their name? No. Okay, I met my one friend, and she was my only friend at school for quite a long time actually. And we hung out all the time at school. But at weekends, I never saw her. I never went out on weekends. And then as we made more friends, I got bullied more. I got called fat, ugly Betty because I got braces. And they were just saying really mean stuff, which really upset me. It was like every day, repeatedly, and I used to get like, they used to slap my legs and like chase me and yeah, just be really horrible towards me. And I was into a really sad time then because I felt so alone and I had nobody, because it was only her. And like sometimes she would say mean stuff about me, but I didn't really think they thought it got to me, but it did, and I got really upset and I cried quite a few times at school. And you'll go,
baby. Sorry. With me a while ago, there was this big thing on Facebook, and it was like they had like set up a page about me, like a,
wasn't it like another friend?
I don't know really, I don't know who it was. Oh. They had my name, they had my old profile picture, and they had like pictures of like kind of slutty girls with their backs to the camera, and they were all saying it was me, and basically that made me feel quite like and then I got to school and people were like pushing me around, like saying the name of it, and yeah. So that went on for a while, and then my friends started taking a piss out of me, you little bitches.
It wasn't me.
It was you!
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was...
Another one was quite recently, this kind of involves Leah as well. There was like a lot of homophobic abuse kind of thing at school. That made me really upset. I don't like to cry in public. I was kind of whimpering a little bit, which was so embarrassing because some people started shouting, "Ashley, are you crying?" Which didn't help.
Actually, Xana.
Yeah, but
I was like, hey, fever.
Yeah. But no. Obviously, as all of you now know, we have kissed
multiple times.
Oh yes. But we are just friends, and like, so that's not a big thing. But well, people in our school don't really agree with the whole goal.
Because we're a Catholic school as well, and I've been told so many times that I shouldn't be in the school, and that I'm unnatural, like,
and that we're wrong.
Yeah.
But there's one person, not going to mention the name, and they're constantly going on about it, and that really sucks. But recently there was one person who was like just taking the mick.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know if they meant to do it. They were just I think they were just joking around, but it does get to people, and that's something they need to understand. That like even little jokes can still get to people.
It's like even when you just go, oh, you guys are lesbians, or why would you do that? Even that gets to people as well. It's like you don't know like how big, even if it's just a little word like queer or gay or lesbian or anything like that. I mean, I know that I say faggot pretty much most of the time,
Same.
but it does get to people. It just like depends who you say it to, because people can take it in the wrong way and it can really offend people.
It's the same with everything though. Like if you call someone fat for the sake of it, you don't know how they're feeling inside, and so they might be having like quite, like, what's it called?
Emotional breakdown.
Yeah, and they might be like thinking, oh, maybe they're meaning it and stuff like that. But you don't always have to mean it to make it bullying though. You can, do you know what I mean? Like it could be a friend to a friend bullying, but they don't realise it because they don't really understand that it's hurting the person. Those people get bullied each year, and it's not fair on them because they're just trying to get to school and get an education and like so they can succeed in the future. But it's really hard to come to school if they know that when they come to school they're just going to get bullied.
Because it's a place where you're meant to feel safe. It's like being at your own house. You can do what you want. You can walk around freaking naked if you wanted to, but you know, I don't think anybody does that. What?
Oh my god.
But no, it's like another home, but like it's an education for you, and it's free for us because our parents, I don't know,
The country.
Yeah, they pay for us, whatever, and we go there to learn, and we don't expect to be bullied and be called names and everything, because I mean it's like if they see two girls kissing, they'll think it's unnatural, but if it's a guy and a girl kissing, it's alright. It's like.
But thing is, if you are like homophobic or you are racist or something like that, obviously it's not great to be like that, but you don't have to go around and spread how you feel about it, because it just makes other people feel like crap. So if you're racist and if you're homophobic, good for fucking you, but like don't be spreading it with everyone else and making them feel like crap.
Because people do have secrets, like people could be keeping in that they're secretly gay. They could even have a girlfriend for this fact, but they could be keeping in that they're really secretly gay, and you could be going, oh, that's unnatural, thank God none of my friends are that, and then like your close friend seems to turn out gay or whatever, and you're just like, oh yeah, so you think that your friends won't accept you either, because you could have a really close friend that you've known for 5 years and they turn out to be gay, and what are you going to do? You've been telling them that it's unnatural, they can never speak to you again.
But it doesn't help that if those people are saying things that aren't great, then it's a lot harder for people to come out and like say who they truly are. And being someone who you're not, I know from experience, is the worst thing in the world. Like there's no point in being someone who you aren't, because yeah, sure, it might impress other people, but like it's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to make you feel like shit. And I've learned that with someone called Finley. Oh my god, yes. You told me, don't worry. Another thing I'm going to say is also about coming out to people. Like,
not in the sexual way.
Yes, in the sexual way.
No, I mean like very sexual way. Coming out.
No, I mean like being lesbian, gay and stuff. Basically, like, to do it, don't do it for the sake of doing it. Don't do it for like just the attention.
Because I've had loads of friends come up to me and been like, hey, I'm like bisexual, I'm lesbian, and I love guys, blah blah blah, and it's like, no, you're not. You're just doing it for attention. Like you wouldn't purposely come out and shout it out. I mean, from experience, like my friends, like they take you aside and they say, can I tell you something that's really serious? I haven't told anyone. It's my biggest secret. Blah 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 blah. And you tell them, or they're just like, I think I might be, because it's by curious as well.
And what people don't understand is you can't go from completely straight to completely lesbian, and it's not something that kind of just grows on you. It's not something that just happens. It literally has to be, you either are born with it or you gradually
find out. Because it's like, you can't just go from saying, like, people have been saying, oh, I'm completely straight, I would never like the opposite sex, blah 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 blah, and now they've just gone from being completely straight and they're like, oh yeah, I'm like 90% gay, or fully gay, I love girls, blah blah, and it's like, no,
it doesn't work like that.
It's like getting a puppy. You name it, but it's not always going to come back to its name, because it doesn't know its name like that. Gradually over time, it takes time for it to learn who it is.
That was really good. Like, that was quite good.
Oh,
that was very good.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, when you're coming out, the best thing to do is like tell someone you really trust. It's a bit like the self-harming thing. Like, come out to someone you really trust to begin with and ask for them for advice on what you should do and if you should tell other people. And yeah.
Or if you have like any gay or bisexual or anybody friends and they've came out to their parents, maybe ask them how did they do it, how did they feel, and if they could help you come out to your parents if you're really close to them, because I have this really cool close gay friend and I know that I could ask him anything because like he's super understanding.
But yeah, I've seen this thing on Facebook and there's some really creative ways of coming out to your parents. It's like, I think the best one I've seen so far is a guy that baked some cookies and he wrote gay on it. And he went to his parents and he was like, you are what you eat, right? And then ate the cookie. And I thought that was a pretty good way because he never actually said to them that I'm gay. It's not like they can really say, no, you're not. Like, you have to be straight.
Because they don't know you.
Exactly. If you don't want to do something, you don't necessarily have to do it. And you are who you are and they can't really change that even if they are your parents. So. Another thing that's been causing a lot of concern is, I'm sorry for saying the word, I know it's racist, I'm not saying it in the racist way, just the word nigger.
You should just like write N, the word
and so many people are using it. I don't know if this is in every school, but lots of people in my school are using it.
Like, and it's mainly black people, isn't it? And they find it racist, but they say it to themselves.
Yeah, and like, I don't know if they understand what it means, and it's really racist to say.
And like, even in songs, they blank out that word. But if they say honky for white people, it's not blanked out. I find that really offensive.
That's what, I have nothing against guys.
She just learned what honky means today. So.
I learned what honky meant today. She said, Ashley, you're a honky, and I was like, what's that?
No, I
like,
didn't.
White.
Someone called me a honky.
Ria called me a honky, and I went, what's that? And she went, it means someone who's white, and I was like, I'm a honky, and she was like, that's racist.
Yeah, it's a very racist word. It's what the coloured people used to say to the white people, back in the day, when it was like slavery.
Another thing is about homophobic is there are so many people who think that doing certain things is not homophobic. Like, my friend told me about this one person in our class, and she was saying it's not homophobic to not hang out with someone because they're gay, but that is completely homophobic. And she was like, what happens? I'm scared that they might try and hit on me or something. But the teacher came up with a really clever thing, and they were like, well, you hang out with guys, don't you? Are you not afraid they might hit on you? It's the same thing. So yeah, not hanging out with someone or not talking to someone is, for being gay, is completely homophobic.
It's like saying, I'm not going to talk to that person. I'm not going to talk to that person because they are black or because they're white. That is racist as well. It all links in all of this to bullying.
Yeah.
Because all this name calling, separating people from the group and isolating people for who they are, what they are, their colour, their race, their sexuality, everything, and it just affects on people. You might not see those effects because they might be the happiest person in the classroom and they may be quiet or they can be loud and you don't see it because they're always that happy girl and you don't see what effect it has on their private life. Like, they could go into their room and they could cry themselves to sleep every night and you wouldn't know because the next day they're happy. That you can see that smile on their face, but do you know if it's real? A third of today's youth have a fear of walking through the school gates Monday to Friday.
Kids that are bullied are 3 times more likely to show symptoms of depression.
Kids that are bullied more than 9 times are more likely to have suicidal thoughts.
250,000 teens report being bullied each month. So these things are all true and we do all mean them. Like, all of you guys, you're all beautiful, and if someone tells you that you're ugly,
don't listen to them.
They're probably just jealous of something that you have and they don't. It's like saying, when a boy and a girl have, like, say, are starting to date, people will always make rumours, like saying how she's a slut or he's a player, because they're jealous of they have a relationship and they don't.